Karma is the idea that what you do comes back to you, and the energy you put out is the energy you receive in return. It's like getting back whatever you put forth, good or bad, into the universe. In Hinduism and Buddhism, karma determines the nature of a person's next life or worldly existence based on the ethical net of their current one. And by the same token, the events of a person's current life are thought to reflect the residual energetic consequences, or karma, from actions taken in their past life or lives, as dictated by what are known as the 12 laws of karma. 1. The law of cause and effect. Also known as the Great Law, or the universal law of karma, the law of cause and effect is what comes to mind for many people when they think about karma. It states that whatever thoughts or energy we put out, we get back, good or bad. It's the most basic rule of karma, and also happens to be one of the 12 laws of the universe. And even though we sometimes think more about how bad karma affects us, or the people who have done us wrong, good karma can similarly keep the good vibes flowing. Imagine you're walking down the street and see an elderly woman struggling to carry groceries. You decide to help her by offering to carry her bags. This small act of kindness has a profound impact on the woman. She is relieved, grateful, and feels a renewed sense of hope. This act of kindness doesn't just end there. The woman, touched by your gesture, decides to pay it forward. She smiles at a stranger on the bus, donates to a local charity, and offers a helping hand to someone in need. This creates a chain reaction of kindness, spreading positivity and joy throughout the community. 2. The law of creation. It is all about, you guessed it, creating. As this law of karma would have it, you don't just wait for good things to magically happen in your life. You have to actively go out there and make them happen. Use your talents, gifts, and abilities to bless the world and constantly create something, not just for the benefit of yourself, but also for the benefit of others. But you don't have to be Beyoncé-level successful to be aligned with this law. Ultimately, it's about figuring out what you really want your life to look like, how your actions can contribute to that goal, and how you can adjust them accordingly. Imagine you as an athlete preparing for a competition. You visualize yourself performing flawlessly, feeling confident and focused. This positive visualization boosts your mental strength and enhances your performance. Your unwavering belief in your own success increases your chances of achieving your desired outcome. In this way, the law of creation can have a highly empowering impact on your life in reminding you that the power to create your ideal reality lies within you. 3. The law of humility. In order to change something in your life, the law of humility says that you first have to accept what currently exists. Owning your story means accepting what is out of your control and acknowledging what can be done in response. It's also about accepting how your actions haven't always served you and the role you've played in perpetuating some bad karma so that you can forgive yourself and move forward. Imagine walking past a homeless person on the street. You feel a pang of empathy, wanting to help. This is the law of humility, prompting you to recognize your connection to others and contribute to their well-being. Instead of walking past, you offer a small act of service. You might buy a warm meal or simply engage in conversation, offering a listening ear. Perhaps you possess skills that could help them immediately, like writing a resume or connecting them with resources. While your act might seem insignificant, its impact can be profound. A simple gesture of kindness can offer comfort and hope to someone facing challenging circumstances. Your act can be a beacon of light, reminding them they are not alone and that good still exists. 4. The law of growth. Speaking of moving forward, this law is all about learning and growing. The universal law of growth is about expansion, namely within ourselves. As we grow, change, and evolve internally, our external reality will change and grow as a result. This is where personal development and reading self-help and spiritual books can come into play. The growth never ends. There are always new things to learn about yourself and the world. And if you take an open-minded approach to the next chapter of your life, you can channel even more of those new things. Imagine a couple facing a difficult period in their relationship. Instead of blaming each other and resorting to negativity, they choose to use this challenge as an opportunity for growth and understanding. They engage in open and honest communication, work through their differences, and strengthen their bond. This commitment to communication and personal growth helps them overcome the challenges and build a stronger, more fulfilling relationship. 5. The law of responsibility. It is about taking ownership of everything that happens in our lives, including the not-so-good stuff. We are responsible for how we choose to live our lives, not anyone else. We are responsible for how we show up in the world, how we allow others to treat us, and how we treat other people. We may not have control over everything that happens to us, but we do have control over how we respond, and sometimes that is the most important part. Imagine you feel unfulfilled in your current job. Instead of blaming your boss or circumstances, you acknowledge your responsibility for your career satisfaction. You assess your skills and interests, research potential career paths, and take steps towards achieving your goals. This proactive approach empowers you to take control of your destiny and find a career that aligns with your values and brings you fulfillment. 6. The law of connection. Everything you've experienced has led to the next thing and the next thing. By the same token, our daily actions, including our responses to adversity and to good fortune, connect us to ourselves, souls, and other people. As we help, teach, love, honor, and respect ourselves, we do the same for others. The connection is always there. We just have to be observant and tune into it. By doing so, we'll be able to see the ripple effect of karma more clearly. Imagine you started to clean the local park. As everyone saw your good intuition, a group of neighbors comes to help you to clean up their local park. This act of collective effort not only improves the environment, but also fosters a sense of community and belonging. The park becomes a space for connection, shared laughter, and collaboration, strengthening the bonds between neighbors and building a more vibrant community. By connecting the people around you, gives you an emotional satisfaction and makes your mind happy. 7. The law of force. Our modern lives are filled with multitasking. We rarely focus on one task at a time. Although our society has convinced us that we have to accomplish multiple things at once in order to maximize our productivity, multitasking actually slows us down, and the karmic law of force is proof. It states that you cannot put your energy toward two things simultaneously. When you focus on one thing at a time, you accomplish much more, and with better results. But what does this have to do with living a more positive life? It allows us to be more present and purposeful. By slowing down and releasing the constant need to be productive, you will be able to engage with life with more intention and meaning. Imagine you are driving down the highway and texting a friend. You are trying to focus on both the road and your phone at the same time, but it is impossible to give your full attention to both tasks. Your reaction time is slower, and you are more likely to make a mistake, which could lead to an accident. We all have to learn that lesson. When you are driving, don't do anything that get your mind distracted. 8. The law of giving and hospitality. This law of karma is all about selflessness, giving to others, and practicing what you preach. A lot of people have good intentions and values, but how many of them are matching those aspirations with action? For alignment with this law, you have to focus not just on good intentions, but on meaningful action. The essence of this law lies in the authenticity of your intention to give, coupled with actionable follow-through. Make others feel cherished and valued by extending your care and generosity without anticipating reciprocation. Aligning your intentions and your actions in this way will ensure you're leading a life of integrity. Imagine a busy marketing professional feeling overwhelmed by his or her workload. One day, she learns that her elderly neighbor, he is recovering from hip surgery and struggling with daily tasks. Inspired by the law of giving, the person decides to commit an hour each day to helping elderly neighbor. She runs errands, cooks meals, and simply keeps him company. This act of giving isn't just about helping the old man, it's also about personal growth. She discovers a sense of purpose and fulfillment she never knew she was missing. Her stress levels decrease as she connects with someone in need, and she experiences a deeper appreciation for his own life. 9. The law of here and now. This law is all about being present. In our world of distraction, chaos, and anxiety, this is increasingly hard to do. Most of us live our lives thinking about the past and what we did wrong, playing that same old recording in our minds. That can be exhausting, as it deprives us of the opportunity to enjoy the present moment. Instead, some people recommend tuning into your senses, being aware of what you are doing, seeing, tasting, smelling, and feeling as much as each sense is accessible to you to find your here and now. Try an easy mindfulness exercise whenever you're feeling disconnected or not fully present. such as identifying 5 objects in your environment that are the same color. Making it a habit to be present in this way will allow the experiences of your life to become more engaging and rewarding. Imagine having dinner with your family. Instead of checking your phone or thinking about work, put away distractions and focus on the conversation. Listen attentively to what each person is saying, share stories, and laugh together. This focused interaction strengthens your bonds and creates lasting memories. 10. The law of change. If you found yourself experiencing the same situation over and over again, the law of change just might be to blame. It's a sign from the universe nudging you toward change. In cases like this, the same pattern is bound to repeat itself until you figure out how you can be responsible for changing the outcome. In other words, only different actions and an openness to evolving into a better version of yourself can stop the vicious cycle. To change the pattern and the problem, we must be able to connect thoughts and feelings, and then proceed to adjust and make changes accordingly. Imagine you constantly find yourself late for work. You apologize, set alarms, and promise to change, but nothing seems to work. This repetitive pattern might be a sign from the universe, urging you to embrace the law of change. To break this cycle, you need to identify the root cause. Is it poor time management? Lack of sleep? Once you understand the cause, you can take action. You can set earlier alarms, prepare your work clothes the night before, or even address underlying sleep issues. By making conscious changes and being open to evolving your routine, you can break the cycle of being late and experience a more peaceful morning commute. 11. The law of patience and reward. This karmic law basically says that consistent hard work pays off. To live in accordance with it, it's important to acknowledge that achieving great things will always require time and persistence, and no real success comes quickly or easily. Celebrating yourself and savoring every little milestone along your journey can help you recognize your progress and remain committed to your goal. It's about showing up, doing the work, and not giving up on your big goals, even when the progress feels slow and the resistance strong. Imagine you experience a significant setback or personal challenge. This could be a job loss, a health issue, or the loss of a loved one. Despite the hardship, you choose to remain optimistic and resilient. You seek support, take care of yourself, and focus on your well-being. Gradually, you begin to heal and move forward. You find new opportunities, develop inner strength, and emerge from the challenge with a deeper appreciation for life. This scenario illustrates how the law of patience and reward applies to overcoming challenges. Your patience and resilience in the face of adversity lead to personal growth and healing. You emerge stronger and wiser, demonstrating the reward that comes with perseverance. 12. The law of oneness. We are all ultimately one, interconnected and interdependent parts of a vast universe. The law of oneness reminds us to recognize this unity and treat all beings with respect and compassion. By living with interconnectedness in mind, we can contribute to a more harmonious and peaceful world. Imagine a world where disputes are resolved not through force or violence, but through understanding and empathy. The law of oneness underscores the importance of nonviolent communication, where individuals express themselves with respect and actively listen to each other's perspectives. This commitment to peaceful communication promotes harmonious relationships, fostering a sense of trust and collaboration. It paves the way for mutually beneficial solutions, resolving conflicts in a way that empowers all parties involved. And this will make the world one family. The 12 laws serve as constant reminders that the way you live your life can have profound effects on your fate and future. Understanding the concept that what you do can come back to you can help you aspire to act from a place of alignment and with yourself and others. The 12 laws of karma can also help you realize the control you wield over your own life. While we all are dealt different cards in this world, our responses, choices, behaviors, and healing determine how this blueprint unfolds. By choosing your actions, words, and gestures intentionally and aligning your behaviors with the karma you're hoping to generate, you can ultimately change the design of your life and move closer to your desired reality. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found something valuable, a spark of inspiration, or a moment of escape. Your time means the world. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Every like, share, and comment helps me spread my message. Together, let's create a beautiful world. Thank you. Until next time, stay curious, kind, and and connected.